Hi, friends. This is Caitlin. I am back here with you today with Pink and Main with another very fun, cutesy project. I'm soaking up Halloween crafting while I can because the September release that's coming in a couple weeks is going to be very holiday heavy. So I want to get in Halloween now. And I don't know if you guys all saw this pink Halloween card panel pack was the like a gift with purchase over Labor Day weekend, but now it's available in the store and it's so cute. So it's a limited edition. I think when they're gone, but it's so cute. I just wanted to show you. We're going to be using this really fun pink, orange, black, white stripe. And then I just thought I would flip through really quick. Little ghosts, little pink and black spider webs, these fun Halloween balloons, some pink and orange stars, some polka dots, this really cute plaid, pumpkins with spider webs and bats, some stars, um, candy corn that has pink instead of, it's like orange, pink, and white instead of yellow, orange, and white. Little candies, and then the ghost bat pumpkins. So cute, right? And cats. But we're going to be using that stripe. So in case anyone is like me and loves Halloween and loves cutesy Pink-o-ween style Halloween, very, very cute. Just wanted to make sure that you knew it was there because it wasn't part of like a traditional release. It kind of was its own separate thing. And so I know that the mice have been a fan favorite. We played with the fall mice. We're going to color up our August Halloween mouse while we can. And I thought that we could do some fun foiling. So I also grabbed 4 of the cut ups from the Halloween cut ups, and I have some pink and some orange foil. So we're just going to have a little Pink-o-ween, very cute vibe project today. A little coloring, little foiling. It should be good. Um, let's see. I saw Gail was here checking in early with Miss Jody. I saw Mom was checking in. Let's see. Sharon's here with us. Miss Julie's checking in from South Carolina. All from Caitlin Magic. Thanks. Thanks, Julie. I see Melissa. I see Lisa was checking in. I hope you see this later on the replay, Lisa. Um, keep in mind, my messages all come in out of order. Okay, I see Virginia checking in. Miss Annette is here. Connie's here with us. Um, let's see, Miss Diane is checking in. Push a frog. That's such a cute, cute account name. I see Karen. Hey, Karen. Melissa, yeah, I love the pink and orange. I think it's going to look so cute. I see Judy checking in from Florida. Sharon's checking in from Colorado Springs. Um, okay, I think we're caught up. So I did do my nails last night, which means my glass mat was in theory covered in tiny dust particles. So I have cleaned it twice, but we are going to have to be extra vigilant when it comes time to foil. And I do think I want to do that first. So let's go ahead. I have my Minc here, my mini Minc. Let's get her ready to go. Oh, not at 4. We go to 3. There we go. So it'll turn green when she's ready. Like I said, we're going to be doing these cut ups, and I just thought it would be cute to have like a little kind of collage of these with our mouse right in the middle, and it'll kind of be our sentiments without us having to have like an actual sentiment. Hey, Misty, welcome, welcome. So I want to do, I think, these two and then these two, the different colors. So I guess maybe these orange and the potion labels pink. Okay, and then they should match. So for the pink, we have pink fairy wings Cheerfoil, and then for the orange, I have the orange Tinsel because it has such a cool texture to it. Let's put you to the side. And then our backer panel, we're going to trim this down and just have like a little thin black mat around it. I think that's where we're headed. So let's get a carrier sheet and get our foil and foilable cut ups prepped. Yeah, my mouse, I was concerned about, I didn't want to cut down all of the pattern paper because I only have one sheet of each. So I didn't want to like feel like I was wasting it. That's the wrong way to do this, guys. Yeah, I didn't want to feel like I wasn't using it all. And I was worried that the mouse was going to look too small and like stuck in the middle, basically, if I left it the way it was, right? If I just stuck the mouse onto the pattern paper, there just wouldn't be enough going on. Like it would just be floating and nothing. So that is why we are building up all of this stuff behind it. My brain process for that, my thought process was to either die cut or find like a larger die cut word for the mouse to hang out with, like how we did with the fall mouse, where we put it with those big hellos, right? You need something substantial for him to go on, or die cut the pattern paper or other paper so that he has like a die cut shape to live on. I'm putting these both in everything pretty side down so that I know that nothing's getting like nothing is sliding around. I bit the crap out of my tongue sneezing right before this started. So if I sound weird, it's because my tongue's not moving right. Just so we're on the same page. Um, yeah. Hey, Dad. Hey, Dad's here. Um, So yeah, sorry. My thought process was for Tiny Mouse, we either needed a big die cut shape for it, a bigger die cut sentiment for it, or to build it up with some other fun shapes. So that is why we're doing these cool foil accents around it, like a little collage kind of idea. And then I get, like I said, the sentiment and the shapes all in one. I'm gonna just cut this foil. Gail, I need to know, did you watch The Summer I Turned Pretty last night or yesterday? I need to know if you're up to date. I'm fully prepared for a meltdown next week for me, just so we're clear. Anybody else watching? I think last time I asked, it was pretty much me and Gail. All right, so dusting off the back, dusting off the front of my shapes. Same thing. Yeah, I was freaking out, Gail. Freaking out. The last episode of our show, like ever, the series finale is next week. So me and Gail are hyped. Yeah, I was torn, Virginia, between the star orange and the tinsel orange. I went with tinsel honestly because it's the one I found first, but I think both of them would be really cool for this. But I do love the tinsel texture for all of the tinsel foils. I think they're great. A very unique texture. It's a Amazon Prime show. Here, if that helps. All right, let's peel our pink little potion bottle tags. That is so pretty. It probably doesn't look super pink on the camera because it's so reflective with that like holographic, but in person, like flat, it's still very pink. And then our little other witch's brew. It's definitely going to look cute with um, our little stripy fun background. And then, we have the reverse that we can use on a toner sheet as well. I really want to put those on black toner. All right, and these have cooled down, so let's peel our orange. Oh my gosh, look how cool that tinsel is. I think it's great for fall and Halloween because it kind of has that like straw hay kind of texture. Right, so that'll get tucked in there. And then this one. I picked the orange for this because I thought the writing would be slightly easier to see contrast wise, since that's basically our sentiment. Like that's our happy Halloween sentiment. So we're going to kind of put them like that, I think, with our mouse up here and a little black mat. But before we marry the idea of any of this layout wise, let's get our little mouse ready. And then we can commit. Hey, Raquel and Sherry's here. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, the orange is so fun. All right, we are going to be coloring with Copics. Big enough. Look, I have the perfect scrap. That's a sign. Hey, Brenda. Well, thanks, Diane. Yeah, there are some other, like, for Pink-o-ween, I'll make Valentine's Day, right? But like in my life, I don't make Valentine's Day cards. But I love watching other people still make them. So yeah, even if you're not a Halloween, you don't enjoy making for Halloween, I hope that this watching is still fun. You can still get some, foiling tips, some color ideas, some layout ideas that can apply to any kind of occasion for your card, right? Pink-o-ween has cut ups for all different sentiments, Christmas, birthdays. You could totally do like 4 birthday cut ups foiled, and then, a balloon or one of our little like present cuties, anything like that. That would be adorable. I'm going to be so transparent with you right now and tell you I still did not re-ink my black ink. So we're going to borrow an ink really quick. And I promise I will set out my Asphalt ink to re-ink it tonight and let it sit for next week. That's the problem. I like try to clean up my desk right after my lives, and then I just walk away and forget. Oh, Karen, I love that. Obviously, I also love making cards. It is truly my favorite season to craft. Followed by summer. I love a good mermaid summery card. And then Christmas, I think. And then everything else. Yeah, I did not read the books. I kind of wanted to finish this and then I'll probably get the audiobooks after, but I didn't want to like ruin it for myself. I think I'm, especially now in season 3, I'm Team Conrad. I was never Team Jer, but I've just also been like Team Girl, find yourself a new boyfriend who is not in this family. meet someone who's not related. I was truly team Cam Cameron, but okay, let's color up our sweet little mouse. I do think I want to bring in that pink and orange, even for like the candy corn, and go a little non-traditional, like our like that pattern paper. I think that would be so cute. So I guess let's color the mouse first though, right? Let me not get too ahead of myself. Maybe let's go with some E40s. What about you, Gail? Where do you fall? And to everyone who doesn't watch and couldn't care less about this, I'm sorry. I literally have Katie at work, and then Gail, and then TikTok. I did make a comment on someone else's TikTok though, and it has like 500 likes. So at least I've got that going for me. People agreed with my comment. All right, so E44 to start. We'll add some shading at the base of the ears, kind of behind this hat. Definitely under the brim of the hat would have a good shadow, right where that brim is casting a shadow along the top of her face. We'll pull this down around the outsides and then over the bridge of her nose. My goal for 2025 was to read 30 books, and I am currently on my technically it's my 35th book, I think, but I didn't finish. I DNF'd 3 so far, but I'm on a roll. So I'm gonna add those 3 books, that series, to my list. But if anybody else has other books that they'd recommend, let me know. I listen to audiobooks, or I watch a lot of card makers on YouTube, or I listen to audiobooks when I craft and I'm not live. So this year I've been flying through. Last year I think I hit 20, and so this year I was like set my goal higher, and then I still like blew it out of the water. Mysteries. Okay. Yeah, I'm with you, Gail. Agreed. Going in with my highlight shade, which is that E42. So 44, 43, 42. Hey E, checking in from Michigan. Denise. Hey, Diana and Lori's here checking in too. Welcome, everybody. Julie's a reader too. Denise, the book we were talking about, or the show we're talking about, is a series of 3 books. I don't think they're all. The first one is definitely called The Summer I Turned Pretty. I think technically they're young adult books. Jenny Han is the author. She wrote the To All the Boys I Loved Before, or something like that. She's got a couple shows and movies made out of her books. They're cute. Melissa, I am a slow reader, so I listen. I do all audiobook. That's why I like to have them. I just listen to them in the background when I'm crafting or driving, and driving up to my dad's. Especially like there's usually once or twice a year I drive up there by myself. So I listen to them in the car too. And my commute is not crazy, but 15 minutes each way is a half hour of a book a day just on my drive to work and home. So fill in these little ears with some R20 and cheeks because we can use some extra pink. Denise said she's a romance girly. Yeah, I have a wide range. Some fantasy, some romance, some like mystery, like a little bit darker, true crimey mystery. Look, I got rid of the flies and now there's like freaking moths in here. What are you? Stop. Oh my goodness. Let's see. I am gonna go with neutrals because my N5 or my C5 needs a refill. So let's start with some N6. We're gonna emphasize the shadow, kind of where the artist has drawn for us, that there's like a lip to the cauldron. I need a good spooky book for Halloween too. You know what? Normally I would do a black hat, but I kind of wanted to have like a colorful fun hat and then like a black hat band. So let's do that. Switch it up a little bit. Historical fiction. Hey, Patty. Just kind of filling that in with some N4, still leaving a little highlight on the outer corners. The hat wouldn't really have a reflective highlight. That's more of like a style choice versus like shading accuracy. I just think it makes it look extra cute. Then we'll jump down to an N3. State history. That's fun though. Do you stick to like your state or just like any state? Are you in like a region? So cute. Oh, I missed her tail though. Let's come in back with some E44. Where did you go? The woman in the window. Is that the one like that's like not a spoof, but like satire-y with Kristen Bell? I think it is. I think I did watch that. All right. I think I want pink. Let's do pink for her outfit and hat, both for the candy corn and orange for her cauldron. So let me grab my hex chart so we can match it to the pattern paper. Um, I don't know, like the R14 looks pretty good. RV14 looks pretty good. Maybe let's do some RVs. So 14 looks good with that. 25 looks too close, so maybe 17. We're going to need a third color for that hat for sure. Maybe RV13. Hopefully that jump isn't too intense. And then oranges. This definitely looks like YR16 and YR04. Where's YR16? Oh, she's dead. Love that for me. I guess YR07. I'll just make it. I have a little marker graveyard up here, ones I need to replace. Oh, Donna's watching Summer I Turn Pretty. There's only one more, Donna, after yesterday's. Next week is the finale. And everything I've seen on the internet is people saying like it better be an extended finale. All right, so I'm adding shading to the right side of her hat, kind of skipping over. We can put just like a little spot there where there's like a natural little wrinkle in the fabric. And I'm also going to add shading on the left, but not as much because the hat's kind of falling over to the right. So it makes sense that there'd be more shadow under there. Let's see, Julie said, how would you suggest starting and building a Copic collection? So I started my Copics off with e-markers, but it really depends on what you're planning on coloring the most. I knew I was going to be coloring in a lot of critters and a lot of people. So I went for the ease, and I would suggest not getting any of the like kits that they make, which is so frustrating. Because usually like those are where you can get like a better deal, but you need blends, not individual colors. So getting a set that has like one red, one orange, one yellow, one green, one blue might be okay to just like if you need some of those colors anyway. But you aren't going to be able to blend with those. So I watched other people color and looked at filled in hex charts online, just like Google Sandy Allnock hex chart, and lots of colored pictures of colored versions will come up. And I started picking out 3 color combos in each family that I thought I would really like to use. And that's where I started. So once I had 3 of each color family, so like 3 green, 3 blue, 3 yellow, 3 orange, 3 red. The first like extra ones I built up were my Ease earth tones and my grays. And then I just started growing from there, waiting for sales. I was absolutely blessed to be given my Olos, but my Copics I have bought all on my own, and took me over 4 years to get as many as I have, and I still do not have them all. I'm also a firm believer that you do not need them all, right? I'm a sucker for full set syndrome, and I originally thought I needed them all, but now like there's no way I'd be using them all. I have my favorites, and I don't even use all of the ones that I have now. So like find what works for you, and chances are you're not going to need. But yeah, that would be my top suggestion, is figuring out 3 color or 2 color, even in the very beginning, 2 color blends in each family that you think are pretty, and start with that. Oh, Melissa, I'm so happy they made it to you safe. Sharon, if you, Sandy Allnock is an amazing artist. That's how you spell her name, Sandyallnock. She has hex charts for Copics and Olos and I think Ohuhus. But this way you can see which colors work together by the actual color and not just by family name. So, um, Denise, it is the class, my class coloring class information is in the link in my Instagram on mine, which is linked in the description here for anybody who um, hasn't followed me over on Instagram. You can totally do that, but also like no pressure. I'm here to help you with Pink and Main. I get that. All right, so we have our little bottom of our candy corn and our little witchy bubbles. Oh, I missed one. See, look, it's a good thing I held that up. There we go. Okay, and then I want to do pink for the middle part, just like they did in our other pattern paper, even though we're not going to use it. I'm using it as my inspiration. So for this candy corn, I'm leaving the outer edge highlight again. I'm just trying to make sure it lines up the best that I can between colors. Hey, Brennan. Today was busy. I hear you. I hear you. Mary Ann's here. And yeah, Judy's checking in. All right, and then I can't leave the white section just plain. It'll look like it was forgotten. So we're gonna add just the littlest bit of neutral gray, 3 and 3, and then we'll come back in with like a 1, or you could do this with like a colorless blender even, and just soften those edges, but we wanna make sure we're leaving some white space in the center there. Oh, and her little buckle should be orange, I suppose. I had brought in a lighter orangey shade for that candy corn because we needed some extra color. So that was YR21. We'll bring that in our medium, our YR04 for the buckle. So it's not quite as orange, it's a little more yellow. Oh, thank you so much for jumping in though, Denise. There we go. So cute. Okay, let's come in with a little gel pen eye highlight and some highlights on our little cauldron, our candy corn hat, maybe on our little spider. That's cute, right? Marianne, the class that I did, I use Copics in that specific class, but I also share color combo ideas for Olos. And in the future, I plan on doing more classes and I will make sure that I have some with Olos. I just haven't been using them as long. So I'm not as confident in teaching versus sharing with those yet. But it is on my list because I know that a lot of people use Olos and they're coming out with 96 new colors. Did you guys see that? So many new colors. As soon as Pink and Main gets, or I'm hoping she's getting the new colors. I guess I should talk to her to make sure about that. If Pink and Main is getting the new colors, I want the neutral grays is like going to be my first purchase. And if we're not getting them right away, then I will get them straight from below to make sure I'm supporting them. But I want those neutral grays for sure. Karen, I don't think they will be thinner tipped yet. It looked like they're still the standard brush and chisel options from what I saw on their website. But I'm with you. I'm also desperately waiting for my freaking detail tip that they keep saying is coming. Oh, it's coming soon. It's coming soon. Well, like now would be a great time, fam. I still love them. I will still use them, but they would be easier for me to use more often when we have that detail fine tip. All right, so I'm going to trim. I need a new blade on this. I'm going to have to do a little craft shop trim. I know you're shocked this weekend because there's too many things that I need to like reset on. The big chopper. So we have a black panel that is 5.5 by 4.25. Then our striped pattern paper that is 5.25 by 4, so a 1/4 inch trim down all the way around. Ooh. Sharon's saying Amazon has some good Copic prices in those sets. Yeah, if you can get 3 color blends that you like in those sets, for sure check those out. In my head, I was just thinking of like the big sets that I think are of like 5 or 6. But you, for those ones, you usually get like multiple different color families. So like this, with the little witch popped up, maybe. Oh no, she's so little. She's so cute though. I think I like it. I think it's a vibe. No, I like the 4. It's different, but I like it. All right, I want her popped up with foam, and I definitely want to add in some sequins and stuff too. I brought over my little drawer of sequin confetti. And I'm placing them, but I'm not pressing down yet. That looks pretty good though. So we're committing. Hey, Helene. Yeah, no problem. I'm happy you made it. All right, so she's getting popped up with foam. This one went really fast. Guess we're gonna have a shorter live, which is good because I have to do a voiceover for a Pink-o-ween video that's going up tomorrow on my channel. Keep forgetting to do the voiceover. It's a really cute one. You're gonna love it. I love Pink-o-ween videos, bonus ones. I think we've talked about this before, but just so you guys know, the release is coming a week later, technically, this month. So the release is not next week, it's the week after that. So it's the 26th, okay? So don't freak out when we don't have sneak peeks next week. He's so cute. All right, and then in my drawer of Pink-o-ween confetti sequins, we have our like spooky Glistening Night. That could be cute. The problem is that I anti-static powdered these and now they're all dusty, but they do have that cool like shine, like AB um, iridescent shine to them. But I should probably just order new ones because I really overpowdered those. Or we could go pink and orange and stay on theme, right? And bring in some fun pink. Um, the orange is not my fave. So maybe pink and white or pink and black. I think pink and black. And we'll just pick through them if I have to. Some of the black are just true black too. They're not the iridescent or oil slick kind of colors. So that could be cool too, to just have some like solid black because this is so like pink heavy. October 3rd for the new release. No, Judy, the new release will be on Friday, September 26th. So sneak peeks for us will be the 23rd and the 25th. And then the release will be the fourth Friday of the month. But normally it's the third Friday of the month. So I just want to make sure that you guys knew that it was pushed back ahead of time on purpose. Nothing crazy is going to happen. Nothing wrong, we'll say. There's nothing wrong happening. I know everybody loves Michelle and gets worried sometimes when things change. I don't know. I kind of just want these like scattered all over. They're just like cute. I feel like this is just like a little collage, literally like a little collage behind her. Why not, right? Just go for it. It's already a lot. Why not just make it more? Yeah, the orange just wasn't the right orange for this. That's okay. I can also tell you that there are new sequin colors coming this month that are well needed. I'm very excited for some new sequin additions. I know normally I try to like place these with a little more purpose, but this is just because I feel like it. Look, and then I still dropped one. Where did you go? I don't know, but I don't miss you from wherever you are. Look at all of that shine and fun. I really like this one. She's so cute. My daughters now, this probably wouldn't be their style, but it would definitely be their style, a couple years ago. They would have been all over this pink and orange and Halloween shiny fun. Thanks, Karen. Yeah, I just thought it was something different, something fun to play with, to combine some more foiling and our cut ups, because you guys know I love the Pink-o-ween cut ups. They're some of my favorites. So yeah, that was a quick one. But we'll have some fun stuff coming up next week. If you have any requests, still taking requests because now we have an extra week before sneak peeks start. So feel free to give me any of your occasion, color combo, product requests. Um, but yeah, otherwise, I'm so grateful that you guys came to hang out. I hope that you have a great night and an amazing weekend. And if you make any Halloween cards, DM me or tag me on Instagram. I'd love to see them. But yeah, thanks again for hanging out. I'll see you guys back here next Tuesday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. Until next time, happy Halloween. Just kidding. Happy crafting, guys. Have a good night.